Did slavery really cease to exist? Or was it just revamped and reinvented? I think we all know the answer to that question. Another report, Fraser Institute says average Canadian family spent $34,154 on taxes in 2015. The average. So, I mean, obviously, average is kind of a terrible way to do things, but think about that. The average Canadian spent $34,000 on taxes. Ask yourself, has the average Canadian consumed $34,000 worth of government programs or benefits last year? Well, I can tell you, this particular Canadian and anyone that I know personally, it wouldn't even be 1/100th. I don't even know how far I can go into that, but not even remotely close to close to $35,000 per year. And if you think about when you get into this stuff, I'm going to get down it further. But anyways, authors of reports say it works out to 42.4% of a median family income. So basically, you're getting closer now. You're upwards, and this is on average. So there are some that are obviously much higher than that, but averaged out, you're even at average. That's 43%, basically. And it goes on to report that that's more than people spend on their food, housing, and shelter. So even if you go back to the old world, yesteryears of slavery, of what back then was called legal slavery, like, to me it's just new wording, switching the narrative up a little bit, but we still are slaves. But if you strip the fact that if you lived on a plantation, you had food, shelter, and clothing provided by your masters. And they're saying that you spend more on taxes in Canada in 2015 than all of those things combined. So has slavery really ceased to exist? Or, like I said, has it just been revamped and rebranded in the modern world so that people don't think or don't believe that they're slaves? The Fraser Institute calculates that the average Canadian family paid $34,154 in taxes of all sort last year, including hidden business taxes that are passed along in the price of goods and services purchased. The Vancouver-based think tank estimates that the average bill for income taxes collected by governments was $10,616 in 2015. The second biggest category was payroll and health taxes at $7,160, followed by sales taxes at $4,973 and property taxes at $3,832. The other categories include taxes on profits, liquor or tobacco, fuel, natural resources, and import duties, totaling $7,573. The study's authors conclude that visible and hidden taxes would have been equal to 42.4% of the cash income for an average Canadian family in 2015, estimated at $80,593. So, I mean, all these averages are just insane when you think about it, because that means it doesn't even paint the picture for the people that have it the worst. But I mean, let's use the averages. Let's just go with these numbers, because no matter which way you paint the picture, it's still a sad one, right? It's still just, it sucks just as bad, unless you're a big corporation or someone that gets to escape all that bullshit by having your income and your wealth in offshore tax havens stuff. Which, like I say, I'm not against those people. I'm just against the fact that everyone else doesn't get that benefit. Not that I'm pissed off at people that get to escape being robbed and plundered as much as I am. I just wish that we lowly Canadians that don't have that capability weren't robbed and plundered so much worse, right? By comparison, the study estimates the average Canadian family spent $38,293 in housing, food, and clothing last year, about 37.6% of the family's total cash income. So like I said, you spend more, or not spend, you're robbed more to pay for, and I mean, have you seen it? I have. There's people I've talked to, you know, where I live, and workplace and stuff, that they use like our health service, like, so they just abuse it. Got to sneeze, sniffle, oh, got to go to the doctor. Oh, my knee's a little sore today. Or, oh, I don't want to work, so let me just go to my doctor and see if they can't tell me that hey, can I get disability? I mean, you've seen it all. So the abusers that are gaining the system are placing a much heavier burden and weight on those of us that don't. I can tell you myself personally, or my immediate family, none of us, everything that we do, we don't go to the doctors. I mean, unless we're fucking, like, there has to be something really, really, really bad, right? I mean, if somebody breaks a bone, and that's the thing, I'd be more than willing to pay a private practitioner to set a broken bone after was come off my wheeler or something when I was doing a big long wheelie at 70 or 80 mile an hour, which, yeah, it has happened, right? I would be more than happy if I wasn't plundered and robbed all the time. I'd pay someone to do that. And I would hope that I could find competing doctors and look for who would give me the best deal, right? And if it was unreasonable, I'd find a way to be able to do it myself. But the people that live in this country that take full advantage of having socialized healthcare, they don't give a shit. They'll go to the doctor. And I mean, think about what doctors charge today. And all those costs are imposed on everyone. And the people that don't take advantage of the system are the ones that carry the biggest burden and carry the biggest weight on their shoulders to take care of everyone else. I mean, this system is so immoral. And like I said, anyone that tries to say, oh, well, listen, I don't mind having a safety net for people. I don't even mind providing a safety net for people. I do it all the time. I've done it my whole life to help people out. I love helping people out when I can, when it's something that I can do. I don't have a lot of wealth to do it, but if there's something that I can do to help people and they're worthy of me helping, I'll do it. But when they don't have to ask my permission to help them, they can just go to the government or go to these places, do whatever they want, and then the government forces me to help them. I got no say in the matter. Of course they're going to take advantage of it. If they can force me to take care of them, I mean, look at it. There's so many people today are like hypochondriacs. Go to your hospital and look at how many people that are sitting there that, really? You're here for that? That's going to cost thousands of dollars and you're here for that? Do you have no fucking scruples? You know what I mean. Sad. So has slavery really ended? Or like I said, the first part of this video, was it just revamped and reinvented? I think we all know the truth of that question. It's Canadian Libertarian. I love liberty.